Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gauchos. This talking investment shows completely out of pocket. Put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back with the boys. It's Tuesday. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Big Gauchos? It's your boy Big Gaucho Tyler. We back with another banger video. Let's go.
Guys, it's Big Gaucho Dave here. We are back from Mexico. You know, me and Tyler, and Tyler's lady Gaucho hit up Mexico. So that was pretty fun. We're back.
Viva la Mexico.
Yeah, Viva la Mexico. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate all the love and support. It helps you guys stay connected to our content. And without further ado, let's get started. The first news we have today is about the Senate bill. Well, I guess it's called the House bill, I guess. I don't know. But there was a $1.9 trillion bill that was passed by the House over the weekend with a 219 to a 209 vote spread. It was pretty much voted along party lines, except there was two Democrats who defected over to the Republican side and voted no. So it was pretty much easily passed. They had a pretty large margin, and Democrats are kind of setting like a non-binding, non-official deadline of March 14th to have the Senate pass this bill and also the House do some revisions and kind of make it into law. Just because I guess on that date a couple things expire, so they want to be able to get a replacement bill out as soon as possible without any delay. And if you're not familiar with what this bill includes, as you know, I did know what it included, then you know, you're not alone. Idea. But it is $1.9 trillion, which is a lot of money. So they are right now including $1,400 per qualified person as a stimulus check. They also want to extend the pandemic unemployment program and also increase the payment from $300 per week to $400 per week. They're going to give money to local governments to help handle the pandemic and I guess with vaccine distribution. And they also want to expand some tax credit for children. So that's a lot of stuff.
That is a lot to process. I think people are most excited about that 1,400 for sure, assuming that this does pass. But I mean, seeing as the way that all the members of Congress are stacked in favor of Democrats, it will most likely pass. Honestly, there's not much reason that it wouldn't. You know, the main argument is that there's a lot of like other political agenda that's trying to get thrown into it, but I think it'll pass through, and it'll be interesting to see how this spending is affecting things, because you know, with the vaccine and everything, like they're saying that things are on track to be open, like, you know, sooner than they thought. But what's going to happen when we have all this debt lying around is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I think that's been a concern for a number of years, but I don't know. I mean, obviously,
add it to the debt counter.
Yeah, honestly, obviously the debt is going to be a big problem at some point in time. And we're going to deal with it as a country, either by printing more money and having hyperinflation, or by removing all the benefits and just taxing people to get rid of the debt. Those are really the only two ways to kind of, or I guess like option number 3 is just tell everyone who bought bonds that they can, you know, go and, you know, whatever, go, you know, you can finish that sentence yourself.
Hey, just forget about it. Forget about it.
Just forget about it.
Yeah, so I think those are like the only 3 options. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really super familiar with like economic stuff. I didn't really study that much, but those are like the really only options we have, and all of them seem pretty terrible, honestly. So hopefully we can have option number 4, and that would be, you know, manage it now, but that probably won't happen.
It's not going to be good at all, especially with those interest rates worsening too. It's only adding to the problems. Might see housing prices start going down again. You never know. People can't afford as much house anymore.
One thing that this bill had in it that had a lot of controversy was they were trying to increase the federal minimum wage from $7.25 an hour to $15 an hour over the next 4 years. And the Senate already struck that down and removed it from the bill. So that may be the factor that really allows it to get passed in the Senate, because right now there's a 50-50 vote between Republicans and Democrats, with Democrats holding the tiebreaker of Kamala Harris. So if they vote along party lines, then this will get passed. And I mean obviously we need to have some kind of passing. It's just like the amount that is really in dispute between the two sides.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's crazy that they're still even arguing about it, but I mean that's kind of what they were talking about earlier. Is I feel like this would have been passed sooner if they, if everyone wasn't always trying to, get an agenda their way and they just focused on the pandemic, part of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. Like the whole thing. I mean, I'm worried about the debt, but I think it's good that people will get more help. So it's conflicting.
Yeah,
All right,
I
moving
guess
on.
that's what Tyler has to say. If you're getting a stimulus check,
Holy.
just be like a big gaucho and just throw it into like AMC, GME, or Lordstown Motor. One of those three really great companies would definitely do some really great things for you. Turn that $1,400 into $3,500.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%. That's exactly what I'm gonna do when I get my $1,400 check. Hopefully it passes, maybe it doesn't. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of crazy how no matter what bill passes, we can never get like a hard, like unanimous, or not unanimous, was it a hard margin like pass, like there's always like very split between the two parties, and it seems like
Constantly.
they never get along, and like there's never like one state of mind, no matter what type of emergency or anything. And you guys are right, the agendas are honestly their first priority instead of actually dealing with the pandemic or how to help people. So
Yeah,
I stand with my first comment.
which we're gonna
All right.
have to censor.
Oh no, I'm gonna cut that out.
All right, good.
Well, I guess you'll see if you heard what Tyler said, but yeah, $1,400 could get you a nice call on GameStop that's just barely out of the money or extremely out of the money. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and also in other news, we have stuff about Apple. So Apple has officially opened up every single one of their US-based retail stores as of today, Monday, or I guess yesterday, Monday.
Yeah.
So they closed all 270 stores back on March 13th of 2020. But as of now, they are all opened up to at least some capacity. It's kind of interesting because the stores that opened up last were actually in Texas, which seems kind of weird. I feel like if I had to just guess a certain state that would open up last, it'd either be California or New York, but it ended up being Texas, which was probably has to do with the weather they're experiencing, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely. That's interesting. I haven't even thought of going to an Apple store just because I've just been used to it being closed for about a year now. So
Holy.
yeah, I know. I mean, I have gone to like get repairs and it's pretty crazy. You usually have to wait 2 or 3 hours and there's long lines and limited people and the store's like guarded by police and security. It's pretty insane. So I think it's probably good for everybody that they open the stores again because I mean pretty much everyone can just buy the devices online, but a lot of people like that in-person repair service and like older people that need help setting up computers and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, exactly.
definitely.
And some places are not like fully opened up yet. You still need to have an appointment. And other places are completely opened up, and then some others also just have reduced capacity. So it's a pretty wide variety. And the only Apple stores around the world that are still closed are in France and Brazil, which is kind of interesting, actually.
Any particular reason or just
I have no idea. I think it has to do with restrictions on stuff from the virus.
interesting. Okay. Fair enough.
What do you guys
Well,
think? Is it a buy, sell, hold? What are we thinking? Is Apple coming back stronger than ever?
I mean,
it's
Apple's
still a
always
really
a
good.
buy. I don't think
Yeah.
I've met a single person who is bearish on Apple over the next 5 years.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time to buy right now, actually. I mean, it's like it's a decent dip, so if you can get in for a good price, around the 120s, it's actually a pretty nice buy.
Yeah, I think Apple's down like 2 or 3% year to date, so they haven't
Yeah.
really gone too much. They haven't really gone up at all since 2020 yet, or 2021. Sorry.
Yeah, there could be some good opportunity to get in on some growth, hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
Less
iPhone
BlackBerry buys
13.
Apple.
Oh no, that'll never happen. iPhone 13 coming out though. They have 4 cameras now.
Dang, dude, that's gonna be
Is that
crazy.
a real thing, or did you just make that up?
I think that's a real thing actually. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can bring up some pictures.
It's
No,
real.
I believe you. I believe you.
It's real. I saw it on Twitter.
I saw it on Twitter too. If whatever is on Twitter means it's true.
That's true. Yeah,
I
at
guess
least
so.
at least we get the facts in. But yeah, maybe I'd throw some money into Apple if I sell off some stuff that isn't performing too well. I'd be willing to just throw it on Apple. Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
4 cameras.
Who would have ever thought?
Mine still only has 2.
Dude, mine only has 1.
Oh dang, you win.
Heck yeah.
Mine has, I don't know.
Mine has 0. I have iPod.
I got the iPod Touch first gen.
I got the little shuffle.
Oh man, that's
Well, I had one of
crazy.
those.
They're cool.
I had a classic way back that I found smashed in the middle of the street.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, in
Pretty
Sedona,
cool.
Arizona. So anyway,
times.
that's a story for another time. But maybe we can zoom on over to the next story.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Big Zoom is expected to grow even further, even after the pandemic. That's at least what they are predicting. So Zoom has currently 467,000 paying customers for their services. And either that's from universities or companies or just anyone that just wants to communicate through Zoom and wants that unlimited time. I know we've all had that problem saying we only got an hour left on our Zoom calls. But
Plenty of times.
plenty of times. And well, the revenue has increased 800 to $882 million in their first quarter compared to $188 million last year. And fourth quarter profits are at $260 million. So they are raking in a lot of cash right now. And by the end of the 2020 year, Zoom ended up with $671 million in profits over on $265 billion in revenue. And they plan to increase with more companies joining their platform and compared to actually traveling for meetings. So what are we thinking on Zoom? Is this something that's a new brand name that everyone's just going to adopt? Because what's the point of having business class flights and all that when you can just talk over Zoom?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's definitely changed how the world operates too, and especially with class. Um, I think Skype is actually like a competitor, believe it or not, because
Wow.
a lot of the companies like big name brands, they'll use the Microsoft Office products, and Microsoft owns Skype, so it integrates really seamlessly with Outlook and all the other programs, and they all kind of work together. So I mean, I think you could say Zoom and Microsoft would be growing exponentially from this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm unsure. I think definitely Zoom is going to get completely taken away from universities within the next year, without a doubt. So I think they're going to lose all that in terms of the capital, which is probably a lot of money, honestly, seeing how like every single university implemented Zoom and probably most
Yeah.
public schools did as well. So that's definitely going to be taken away. So I think their only market share is going to be from private companies that want to have meetings with other branches or other companies across, the world or across the country. Which, yeah, I think that actually probably will take place for a certain degree. I think that also will decrease a little bit though, because I think there is some value to meeting in person for certain aspects, which will eat into Zoom's profits a little bit. So I don't know if they're going to keep on growing. I think they might see a contraction actually.
That's a good point. I feel like people are pretty eager to get back to normal, actually, but I just think that because all Zoom does is just their video conference product, that they don't really have anything else to back it up if they do go down. But I think Microsoft's a better buy if you're looking to get into that space, just because they have a whole host of other products and they're in many different industries. They're more diversified, so it's a lot safer investment for the same like sector, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Skype's old, but it works.
What are we thinking, guys? Buy, sell, hold, or it's garbage? Don't touch it with a 20-foot stick. Because Zoom right now is at $400 or $400 some dollars right now per share.
That's pretty crazy. I think if you have it, hold it. And then if you're thinking about buying it, just don't do it. And if you already have it, just sell it on the next green day.
Yeah, I think you should probably look into shorting this stock. I don't think it should be valued at where it's at.
So
or
we
maybe
do
not quite yet. I say wait until April, then short it.
True.
Fair enough.
Because as of right now, none of the universities has come out with saying that they're going to be coming back to in-person schools. So all universities are still online currently.
I'm just saying, my university, I'm graduating this semester for anyone who's listening. And our commencement is not officially online, so it may be in person.
Ooh.
You'd be
Just
very
maybe.
lucky.
Yeah, they have not officially said it's online.
Hey, if mine is, I'm coming to U of A to celebrate mine. I don't even care.
I should have done that. But yeah, I think I don't think, especially at $400. I mean, it was $70 before the pandemic hit. I mean, it's all pandemic hype. So just don't stay in it very long.
You heard the man. Do not buy.
Definitely don't want to get caught in a bull's trap and get bag holding for years and years.
Yeah.
Bear gang will eventually catch you, and we do not like the stock.
Open. Do you know who else got caught?
Who's that?
Ann Herbert, Vice President of North America with Nike. So, so for those who are not really sneakerheads or follow Nike hype, I got some news for you guys because I do, and I love shoes. It's kind of like my second gig. And we got some insider trading going on. So Nike's North American head steps down because of involvement with a resale business. So we all know retailers, they sell at a certain price, and a lot of the times it's really limited. And then we got our resellers who try to buy all the shoes up and then resell it at an even higher per markup. It's a really messed up game, to be honest. I kind of hate it because a lot of the cool shoes that everybody wants to just rock and enjoy, they can never get and have to pay a ridiculous amount of money for it. Well, Ann Hebert.
Hebert.
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah, she's the president of the North America kind of like region of Nike, and her son Joe Herbert, who owns West Coast Streetwear, which is a resale company, charged her credit card to use bots to buy a lot of these limited release sneakers. He spent over $132,000 on her credit card and claimed he never told his mother, or that her mother never was involved in any of this. What are you guys thinking? Do you think that he's telling the truth, or is it a complete lie because they're mother and son?
Obviously, he's not telling the truth because she stepped down from her job.
Oh yeah, she definitely did.
Yeah, that's not too good.
Was this like a personal credit card or the business credit card?
Probably personal credit card.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no way she would not notice $132,000 was charged to her account. I think, I mean, if you don't notice that, then I don't know, you must have a pretty lavish lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah, seriously. Well, yeah, obviously she's getting paid well. Dave's got a good point. But yeah, I don't buy it really. I don't understand why the streetwear resale market is like, I feel like it's pretty oversaturated, so I'm surprised he was making like good money doing it, you know? But that just proves that could have had some insider info because it's really hard to do big numbers on streetwear resale.
Oh yeah, 100%. And honestly, he used bots, and like Nike's like 100% against using any type of like botting or like reselling. And honestly, they just want people to enjoy their sneakers. And seeing that a vice president of Nike, her son being in the game, literally everything that she stands against, it really ruffles my feathers seeing stuff like this, because a lot of people that really want to enjoy their shoes and just rock the brand or whatever sneaker comes out can't because of people like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely gonna hurt the stock in my opinion. This
Do
is
resale sparingly.
yeah, like I have a lot of shoes. I have like over 30 pairs of shoes that I've won through retail, through sneakers. And yeah, they're worth more than what I paid for them, but like I don't go out to want to sell them. I enjoy them. I either wear them or I put them on my wall, and then when the time comes, I will sell them for more money. But dude, if you're doing this type of stuff, it's really shady. Like especially if your mom is the VP of Nike. What the hell?
Yeah, that's pretty whack. Not approved. And make sure you dump all affiliations with Nike and sell all your shoes tomorrow on StockX.
Sell all your Jordans.
Dump them
Oh,
all
yeah.
right now.
So hopefully
That's funny.
the Nike drops a lot tomorrow, and honestly, I would recommend buying the dip.
Yeah, could happen, but bad news also means it goes up. So
True.
really don't know what anything means anymore.
No, that's very
Nike
true.
Nike was up $2.87 today. So take it how you may.
Dang. Maybe just dump all the stock and the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Then-
once they announced that they were doing recalls for Ford, the stock jumped up like, I think it was maybe 4 or 5% the next day. It's like, what
Yeah,
the
They
heck?
did.
I mean, you saw what happened to AMC when they went bankrupt too.
True.
Hey man, it happens. Be on the lookout for companies doing poorly. Nike could be the next bubble. Never
Mhm.
know. Or you could take some of that money and put it in the big winners, big losers, and the sleepers for a change. Oh,
Psych. Gotcha.
nah.
We got one more story coming up.
Yeah, one more. Holy.
Oh, I'm
Robin
sorry.
is right, guys. So we talked about Robinhood a lot on this channel. We used to love them. Now we hate them because of all the shady stuff they do. And now they're planning to go public. They're planning on filing for the IPO later this month. And currently they were evaluated at $11.7 billion when they raised $660 million last year. Could be a little bit higher now, could be a little bit less now, depending on who you're asking, and especially with all the allegations and shady trading on GME and AMC and all those stocks. If they filed now this year, they'll be able to start trading their stock in Q2. And they do not plan to use the SPAC to merge because Robinhood claims that they are too big for any of that stuff and then they should just go direct. So what do you guys think? Robinhood a buy, sell, trade, hold, or don't even touch it because we hate them?
I wouldn't even touch it, even though they're my brokerage too. But that's I don't get why they have such a big head about the whole SPAC thing. That doesn't make any sense. But oh well, I guess Robinhood doesn't make sense.
No,
I think they just want to have more control instead of merging with someone else.
I guess.
yeah,
I feel like it's a weird time to go public when they have really bad PR though.
I think so too. Honestly, I feel like Wall Street bets would be like everybody needs to sell Robinhood ASAP, even or something, and just deflate the price to like 20 cents.
Everyone's
Everybody
short. Everyone's short.
Robinhood.
Makes Robinhood go bankrupt.
Dude, that'd be hilarious.
That'd be so funny, dude. Wall Street Bet's friend has now become their enemy.
I don't know. I think Robinhood may be a buy later on. I mean, obviously they have terrible PR right now, and they definitely did lose a lot of users to other brokerages because of their scandal, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I think over the long term, people have pretty short-term memories. So they'll probably just forget it ever happened in, say, 3 or 4 months. But yeah, I don't know. Like Vlad, he's a sketchy guy. Like he's definitely a lizard person. If there was one person in the world that is a lizard underneath their skin, it would be Vlad. He looks just like a lizard. Like, look at that
100%.
face. That's a lizard right there.
So snake. Honestly, if I had to pick between Robinhood or Coinbase to buy their IPO, I'd probably pick Coinbase, to be honest, just with all the hype that cryptocurrencies are getting right now.
Yeah, I would too.
Mhm.
It's got way more growth potential, and it's probably going to get way more hyped up than Robinhood. I don't think anybody cares because everyone's just pissed off at Robinhood like we are,
Oh, yeah,
to be
Yeah.
exactly.
honest.
Well, do you want to hit it now, Austin?
Yeah, Austin, go
Yeah,
for
hopefully you won't be pissed off about the big winners, big losers, and the sleepers. Ooh,
it.
Let's hit
get
that
that intro.
soundtrack.
Dude, I can't believe I got the timing wrong. But what are these winners that we got here?
So the first one, we have Bayport International Holdings Incorporated, BAYP, and they went up almost 40% today, which is pretty large. And they are essentially a holding company that acquires other oil and gas companies, and I don't know what they do with them. Probably, if I would had to take a guess, probably just sell off the assets. That's what I'm assuming.
Like a corporate
Um,
raider type thing.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
They just like wire the company, then sell off all the assets and liquidate everything, and then throw it outside, pretty much.
That's a really interesting way to look at an oil company. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I mean, you always get,
Mhm.
you got to have people doing that because some companies fail and they're just not worth it. They have too much debt or whatever, so you just got to liquidate what you can and toss out the rest. But they also focus on excavating precious metals and also rare earth metals. So that's like, lithium is a rare earth metal and it's becoming increased demand because of EVs.
Hmm.
So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, well, sounds like they might have more than one good purpose, unlike the second stock.
And number two, we have GameStop, GME. They jumped up 18.3% today. And I think the majority reason why was because on Friday they closed out pretty ahead and a bunch of call options were exercised, causing the price to jump up a lot. And that's also true with AMC. AMC jumped up about 14%. So if you're part of that gang, you're not left out of the gains.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's still money to be made on those two, believe it or not. So just make sure you buy at the right price and study those charts and check the shorts.
True. Let's go over to the losers.
Lose, 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 lose.
Ooh.
So number
Never
one,
heard of those.
we have Xenia Hotels and Resorts Incorporated, XHR, down just about 6%. And they are a real estate investment firm that owns a whole bunch of hotel properties. They're based in Florida. I'm not sure. I can't remember like the exact names of the properties and resorts they own, but I think there's like 20 or 30 of them. So they dropped a little bit today. And then number two, we have Airbnb, ABNB, down 5%. I think that's probably going to continue throughout time. Just gonna keep on dropping a little bit here and there.
Hopefully it's a garbage stock.
Yeah, so
there seems to be
Xenia
a
Hotels.
theme on the sectors there.
Yeah, the essentially a hotel business has dropped a little bit today. Everything else went up though, like crazy, but
Yeah,
not
no
hotels.
kidding. Well, I mean, maybe hotels would be a decent dip to buy if if you believe that the vaccine is going to be effective. Then I mean, could buy some long-term calls on Airbnb, but I really wouldn't hold on to any of that stock. It's too risky. And then Xenia, you probably won't get the same growth that everybody's expecting from stocks these days. It probably wouldn't have much of a return.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Don't buy.
It's my 2 cents. Yeah, stay away.
Definitely, but maybe you can buy some of these sleepers.
Sleep, 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 sleep.
Ooh, what do we
Oh,
got
dude, I
here?
love that one. Who put that up there?
It's Big Outro Tyler. You already know. We got
Hey.
Albertsons, ACI, Big Outro fan favorite of Asti and me, myself. So
Yes,
we all
sir.
know that Albertsons is one of the biggest grocery chains in the U.S. I think they're undervalued for what they are right now. They've been killing the game right now with immense profits, and they're only valued at $16 and like 40 cents, 50 cents right now per share. I definitely think this is
Dang.
like a $50 stock within the next 2 years. So buy some Albertsons and just hold and enjoy the ride because everybody needs groceries. And with the pandemic and just everybody, struggling to get some stuff, some good eats, Albertsons is the way to go.
That's a good point. If you can hold out on those dips, you should be okay. It's still a fairly new stock to IPO. Just came out in June of 20, and pretty much bottomed out around $13 in September, and then it topped out around $20. So I agree with Tyler. It's very good long-term growth potential, and I think if you have some, go ahead and keep it. Resist the urge to sell unless you hit like $20. But yeah, I think it
Yeah,
could hit 50. That's possible.
definitely.
Albertsons also just started their Monopoly again, and they're doing it online this year. So, maybe you can get into Monopoly. I don't think you really have a chance of winning anything, but it's like gambling, I guess, or whatever. So if you have an addiction to gambling, maybe play the Albertsons Monopoly and hope you win, like a free hamburger or whatever they give out. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Have gotten a free donut or two from Albertsons from Monopoly. So shout out to Albertsons.
Dude, hell yeah, bro. Those donuts smack. I love them.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what's number 2?
International Airlines Group, ICAGY. Basically, they are a holding company which engages in passenger and freight air transportational services. So, like British Airways, Iberia, Vueling, Aer Lingus, and other group companies are all a part of this. And it's a relatively cheaper stock. It's $5.82. Before the pandemic hit, it was at around $16. Like I said, I think air travel will eventually come back eventually. So might as well buy when no one's really talking about it. Because within the next at least year to 2 years, I see a increase in flights. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I would agree. People are always going to need freight transport, so
Mhm.
good time to buy maybe.
Interesting.
Potentially.
Yeah. I agree.
Respect,
Yeah.
respect.
What's
Love
number
to hear
3?
it. Number 3, we got WorkHorse. We already know the big news that they didn't get their USPS contract, but they've been on the rise. They've been increasing at least 2 or 3% every day. They were down at around $14. Now they're back at around 16, almost 17. And I think they're going to at least come back to around 24 when it's all said and done. So I think this is a lot of potential to get some gains out of it within the next at least 2 months. So take that how you
Yeah.
may. EV is the way, baby.
All right.
Yep.
Well, there you have it.
I would definitely agree. But besides EV being the way, Anchor's also the way. If you're trying to create your own podcast, do some pretty innovative stuff on your own. Anchor is your best friend, and they can help you out with distribution and ads. Speaking of that, we got one from Anchor right now. Let's hit that ad.
Ooh.
Too cold, too cold.
Yeah. Good for
We
the
hate
heart.
Ruby Tuesday, blah blah blah. You already know the drill. We're never gonna eat there. No new additions. The Tyler won today.
Ooh, I would like
You
to
did.
humbly accept. Actually, I would not. I'm the best. You guys have never had a chance. Good for the heart, good for the pocket. You already know how it is. I definitely think we're gonna make that into another Big Gaucho shirt for the Big Gaucho shop coming out when we hit 200 subscribers. So keep a lookout on that. David is currently wearing one of our Big Gaucho shirts.
Yes, sir. Just
That's
model it
best.
off real fast.
Yeah, definitely show it
Yeah,
off,
do
big
it.
guy.
Just give us a turnaround. There we go. Ooh,
Love to see that.
that's a good looking shirt. I bet you got it on biggauchos.com.
Yeah.
Yes, it was delivered to my house by Big Gaucho Tyler himself.
Love
And
to
he
see
can
it.
deliver it to your house too. We need to get good for your heart and good for your pocket on those shirts. The funniest
Oh, yeah.
contradictory thing I've ever heard.
I was thinking like I'll have like a heart and then within it say the text.
Oh jeez. Or just a heart in a wallet.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man.
yeah.
All right, Tyler. What will you select?
I'm thinking we're going pretty stagnant, 31,500 and 2.
502.
Mhm.
Dang. Wow, that's really hard because we did go up 600 points today. I'm gonna say 30, 31, 6, 8.
Okay. I think, on Friday we had a pretty big dip, and then today was a rebound, right? So I think we're going to have a little bit of a pullback again, because if you're looking at the graph, there was a little bit of a hinting of a downturn. So I think it might pull back just a slight amount, not a whole lot. So I'm going to go with 31,302.
What if Canal surprises us all and he picks 29.9?
It'd be so bad.
Hey, man.
29.9.
Yeah. I mean, we almost got there last week.
Could happen. Yeah. You never know.
Very scary. The market is a scary place, but Big Gauchos is here to help you make sense of it. And you can come back and check out what happened on the next episode. And we want to thank everyone for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com. If you want to send us an investing tip, we might do it for the show. Tyler, do that.
All right, Big Gauchos, quick disclaimer, because we love disclaimers. Everything said on this podcast is our opinions from our experiences. With that being said, please do your due diligence and invest safely, Big Gauchos, because we are not liable for any lost gains, but we are directly liable for all, you already know, major gains, because we love to make money with y'all. And with that being said, we'd love to thank everybody that watches us and supports us. Please like and subscribe. We're getting bigger every day. We're going to reach 1 million subscribers within the next year, hopefully. So all thanks to you guys, and Big Gaucho merch on the way. Dave, let the viewers know our amazing Instagram.
So the Instagram is @BigGauchos, and we also have a TikTok as @BigGauchos. So if you use one of those 2 apps, or perhaps both of those apps, come over and check us out. Give us a follow. Do the TikTok thing. I don't know what it is. I don't have TikTok. So do whatever it takes on TikTok to, follow us or be our friend or whatever it is. And yeah, just come over and, we post some pretty awesome, pretty funny clips, sometimes bloopers. Sometimes, we have to cut the video because we get a little bit too excited and we say something we shouldn't say. So we have to, stop and edit that out. So we'll post them on the TikTok and the Instagram, just so, for the memories and also for the laugh. So yeah, come over and do that.
Yeah, you might get to hear what Tyler said today that we're going to have to chop out of the episode. But
yeah, definitely cutting that out. Sorry guys, I hate the government, and I just hate how we're so divided as a country, and like there's no right way to go around any of this, and it's just all a big mess. So forgive me, but I love you guys. Big Gauchos for life. The only thing we really care about is making money for y'all.
Yep.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with any of that. I very much agree. But I also very much agree that you should check us out on streaming services and take us with you on the go, so you can listen to Big Gauchos anywhere, anytime. Ooh. Get caught up on all your favorite Big Gaucho episodes. We're on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, Google, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Overcast, or you can add us to your own RSS feed anywhere you like. Make sure, especially if you're listening to Apple Podcasts, there's a rating 1 to 5 stars. We do not accept anything less than 4.5 stars. You already know. Leave us a review. Tell us who your favorite Big Gaucho is or what you liked on the episode. And boys, we got anything else to add?
I think we just got to end it off on good for the heart, good for the pocket. Thanks for
the
watching,
heart,
guys.
good for the pocket.
Yep. Most def. Good night from Arizona. Have a nice morning day. Peace.